It was a dark and stormy night. It was pitch black. I was walking down a deserted street. I felt someone was watching me. I was alone and very nervous, but I was trying to push the fear away because my imagination was taking over. As I walked further, I saw a dilapidated old house on the edge of town. It was the kind of house that made you feel scared just by looking at it, but I couldn't help but be drawn to it. It seemed as if someone was calling me from inside. I cautiously approached the front door and pushed it open. The door opened with a loud noise. The sound echoed through the empty house in the dark and deserted night. As I stepped inside, I felt a cold breeze pass by me. I shivered with fear. The air was thick with the smell of dust and decay, and I could hear the sound of something sliding in the darkness. I reached for the switch to turn on the light, but the switch was jammed. It wouldn't move. Suddenly, I heard a soft rustling sound from somewhere in the house. My heart was racing. I was slowly walking down the mansion, supported by the weak light of my mobile. As I passed a broken door, I heard a soft whisper. I froze, terrified and fidgeted, but there was only silence. I was slowly walking down the hall. Suddenly, a figure stepped out of the shadows, making me shiver in terror. It was just a cat. It seemed like a storm had come through my veins. I finally reached a room at the end of the passage. The door was slightly ajar. I pushed it open, and what I saw made me fear that I had inadvertently entered a cursed house. A figure lay on the floor of a pool below. It was a woman, but her face was twisted in an expression of pure terror, and her eyes were staring blankly at the ceiling. As I turned away from the horrifying sight, I heard footsteps behind me. I turned around to find a man standing in the doorway with a strange smile on his face. He slowly moved forward. His eyes were fixed on me, and I knew I was in grave danger. I turned around and ran as fast as I could, screaming for God's name. I took off my jacket, tied it to a piece of wood lying on the ground, and lit it with a lighter in my pocket. It is possible that the figure is leaving me behind like a hot iron fire. I ran away from that house as fast as I could, chanting the name of God loudly. Very far away, I had a very scary feeling in life today, which made my soul tremble.